Alright, so starting in the backyard here, we've now been eating some of the strawberries off of the eaves trough trellis and off of this one as well. I've planted a lettuce along there, and I just planted some potatoes in these pots here. I'll see how it goes. They were organic russet potatoes. So I'm assuming they haven't been sprayed with a inhibitor, and hopefully that'll go all right there. So let's see here on this side. There's the rows, and then I've planted beans along here to come up the fence. We've got the beans here, the kale. Oh, by the way, this is June 14th, so 2 weeks since my other video. The Swiss chard lettuces. We'll move through the cherry, the sour cherry of the anise there, and 2 types of thyme. And there's the cherry. Okay, into the yard. Okay, so in the greenhouse we have tomatoes. I have the wood sorrel, the red wood sorrel, and I always have lots of parsley growing. It's very good for you. I like putting it in salads. I've got different type of basil in each section, and these basils I bought at the store, just keeping them in pots. Did it early because I wanted basil. So the pak choi and the lettuce, I'm keeping those ones in here to go to seed so I can collect more seeds. It's always good to do that, especially off of easy things like spinach and pak choi and lettuce. So easy to collect your own seeds. More in there. And I just planted, that's a lone pepper I haven't put out yet. But the rest of those pots, I just put broccoli seeds in today for a second broccoli crop. And the poppies are coming along nicely. Different type of basil there. And I got a tomato. Basil, tomato, and then loads of purslane. Okay, out here the beans are coming along, the lettuces, they have to get harvested, all the dill and everything, the alpine strawberries, more poppies, my spinach going to seed, and look what we did. We took out the honeyberries. You know, we had the honeyberries for 5 years, and I was the only one who ate them. They were fairly tart, just not something special enough. You know, it was good. We gave it a good try, but I said let's put stuff in that we'd actually enjoy more. So I got a new raspberry, a kokanee raspberry. So we'll try that, and I put some potatoes in here, a pink amarosa potato in there. It's an early variety, so it's got plenty of time to finish off. The raspberries coming along, the carrots in the pots. I harvested the thyme and the sage and the oregano. Oh, the oregano is just in hiding right now. I'm going to have to take some of those leaves out. Strawberries. Oh, there's a strawberry that's probably ready. And the lettuces. And look at this lovely lettuce that's come back really nicely, ready to be cut again for another salad. Been harvesting the chamomile. There's the goji berry cuttings, the rock rose, pepper, cilantro. Here's the black einkorn wheat. Probably don't pronounce that correctly. More goji berry cuttings, the lychee tomato, and it's got these wicked spines on them. If you can see that. Got to be careful. I'm going to have to be putting bamboo sticks all around the pots and tying it up to make sure that it stays upright and not sticking us when we get by. The bronze fennel is really taking off. Normally those things don't, dill and fennel doesn't like to be transplanted, so you got to be really careful. So I'm glad it's taking off. It's happy. There's the citronella balm, peppers and onions, parsley and tomatoes there. More strawberries ready to be gathered. I've had more blueberries off of this bush in the past, but there are some coming along. I've not been able to dial in the whole blueberry thing correctly. I've got blueberry booster this year, so I'm hoping that after this year with the blueberry booster in there, just getting the soil more acidic and everything, that I'll see a big payoff next year. They look healthy. It's just about kind of probably missed the whole bloom time for everything this year. So hopefully next year there'll be a big payoff with that. The chamomile, ready to harvest again. I've pulled every flower off of this more than once. Goldenberry. I've replanted seeds in here, an antique French pumpkin. That had to get replanted. Let's see the zucchini here. It's coming along. I know it's kind of shaded in, but I'm starting to harvest the scapes off of the garlic. The tomatoes and onions and parsley and peppers all coming along. I've got the melons coming out of here. I had to replant. They were old seeds before, so I replanted with fresh seeds. But they're all early varieties. There was still plenty of time. And the avocado has some new growth at the top. The sweet potatoes are finally starting to take off. You know, they were kind of small. I started these slips later than what would have been ideal to start them. And I'm going to have to be tying these up. So I'm happy they're finally beginning to take off. Maybe we'll get some little ones. And the mango got lots of new growth. It's funny how they come out this reddish brown color. They're new leaves. And the olive is happy too. So the Albion strawberries, these ones I've done later. I've yet to see new life on them. Kind of, disappointed with that, but whatever. See, this is a lychee tomato. Gonna have to be doing these bamboo sticks with them, keep them upright so they don't poke us. So that's the Bode Gold chamomile and the Edelweiss. They're still alive. I've got more. These ones are pretty shady. I don't know how they'll do in here, but we'll see what happens. The blueberries in the pot, that's looking all right. More blueberries here, and here's our pumpkin patch. So 2 weeks growth, it's quite a bit. I've got a couple here and 2 more new ones here. So they're all the small sugar pumpkins except for that one. That is a Japanese black futsu pumpkin. Let's see here. Don't have any fruit ripe and ready yet on the mulberry. There's the marshmallow, almost as tall as I am. I need to trim that grape. Just try and get one good stalk coming up and commit to one stalk. Oh, and yeah, look at the kiwi. The kiwi's all flowering. Not sure, can you see that? See all the flowers there? All opening up. Oh, and I forgot to point this out last time, is the wild ginger. We're getting quite a bit of fruit drop off of the plum cot, but there's still lots on there, so it will be the first year giving us fruit, so I hope it doesn't all drop out of stress or something. And the cucumber's coming along. And again, I had old seeds, and I've been having to do some replanting on some of the pumpkins and squashes, and I had to replant the corn. This is no longer the Dakota black popping corn. This is a purple and yellow sweet corn. Tomatoes. The Java tea, the horseradish, and the Napa cabbage is coming up. Got a few of them. They're coming up nicely. Another one of those really spiny lychee tomatoes. Love Lies Bleeding on this one is getting quite tall. I planted some out front. It's still a lot smaller because it was in the pot for a long time. There's that. Oh, let's go this way first. I move the rosemary now out into the full sun. Eggplant. And look at all my nice cosmos coming up. All these volunteers will be pretty flowers. So the pole beans are coming up. I'm happy about that because those were old seeds. Broccoli, climbing strawberry, beans, cabbages, peppers, onions. And I moved this bronze fennel out and it didn't die, so a bit hardier than I thought when I came to transplanting some catnip for the cats. So no real growth yet on the fig. I see a little sprout happening here, but let's see. So those strawberries. What I'm disappointed in is that these strawberries, these are the ones that I got from Canadian Tire, Ozark, and Sequoia, and I'm getting very little budding out of them, so that's disappointing. But the potatoes are not disappointing. And look, our first potato flowers, middle of June. Our first potato flowers. And then look what I did. I broke the stem off there and I broke a stem off over there. I was trying to help it and they don't bend. Haha, who knew? And look at this. We've got cucumber beetles eating away at this. And so I've been out here killing beetles. And there's some right there that I need to kill as soon as I finish filming this. Look at those bushy tomatoes. Was just starting to take off the bottom leaves. So as they grow up, I'll be removing the leaves from the bottom foot or so of each of those plants, help with air circulation, and keep things trimmed off. So it's not always going to look so jungly. These potatoes are, oh look, and I've got another potato flower. Look at that. They've been all doing great. And then here's my watermelon patch. Got that. And look, I've been waiting for years for these. So these are thimbleberries. This is the type of thimbleberry that we used to eat in BC, in Proctor, where we lived. And so I've got 5 of those plants. So super happy about that. There's the lemon drop watermelon, and early Canada, and one of the new rhubarbs. So I've been having to hack back more of that goji berry. We're going to have an insane crop of blackberries this year. I had to replant all of the corn, but it's coming up. It is what it is. The cucumber's doing nicely. Again, had to replant the corn. Then I had to replant some of the squash seeds on this side. Obviously not that one. More tomatoes. These are all a paste type. Eggplant, tomato. This is a squash. The beets. The beet greens could look greener and a bit healthier, but they're growing. They're alive. Saskatoon berry. This was the first year we were getting fruit, and I think the fruit's gonna dry up. The carrots. Put a cabbage here. I have to harvest the day's peas. We've been harvesting some peas every day. Pineapple. We have had pineapple grow in the house and eat it, so doing that again. Eggplant. Look at this Chinese yam. And this Chinese yam, the big thick one, and it's going all the way up. It's just like one giant vine, even before it's really kicking out its leaves. It's been pretty spectacular, really. I should try and not kill the top, but keep it there. We've been kind of weaving it a little bit, making sure it's supported all the way through. I have a little golden berry in there. Cilantro's flowering, excuse me, which is what I've been wanting. The climbing strawberry, oh look, it wants to finally climb. How exciting. So we'll be tying these things up. Broccoli, the sunflower. Oh, and here, this rhubarb is ready to be harvested again. Look at the size of that leaf. It's crazy. More raspberries. So this is the garden. 2 weeks after. I'll try and take another video at the end of the month, or about thereabouts. We've got a camping trip right at the end of the month, so it might not be precisely 2 weeks, but I'm gonna keep trying on 2-week updates.